Yeah. This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Let's go.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Morning.
Big show today. Shaun runs us through his Melbourne Cup experience.
Yep.
Yeah, twists and turns.
And then on that, like, he's talking about, like, food, and I just got off about one thing that really gets me at restaurants.
Right on
Shaun.
the ghoulies, yep.
I like it.
Yep,
Speaking
we
of
enjoy
food,
that.
our best friend Donna Hay joins us to talk us through her new show all about Christmas,
We're talking about the day you were there and something went down on an event you were at.
inspired by the lions getting out at Taronga Zoo.
Oh, and I really connect with a woman named Christine, because both of us are doing the exact same thing this
and
morning.
it's very unexpected,
Very
Nathan.
unusual.
It's very out of character.
This is Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Wasn't all smooth sailing when I was over in Melbourne for the Melbourne Cup. When I last spoke to you guys, I was concerned about getting into the members because they didn't have the socks.
Yeah, so what was the rule with the socks?
That was okay, as it turns out. But when we were
No
on that
socks
way
required?
there, when we were on that way there, I was ringing me. I was just speaking to the guys. Nathan said socks. We spoke to Shauny. He was thinking that you might need to bring a pair of socks too. So Megan got me a couple of pairs of socks from the train station.
I love how she's
Before
like,
I got there.
"No, one isn't enough."
Yeah, I got
what
two.
are-
double
So
sock.
I was armed.
What are train station socks like?
There was a unicorn pair that I was wearing.
Great.
And they were like
I mean-
pink and blue.
I've never ever
Seeing
bought
socks.
or seen train station socks.
But you don't spend a lot of time at the train
At the
station.
train
don't.
station,
So-
looking for socks
Yeah.
at the train station.
do
Tom,
they
isn't
sell socks at our train station?
it? That's a really good
There's a
question.
bakery,
I'll have
I
to
know
do some
that.
Anyone
homework.
knows, let us know.
So when I got into the members area, I was thinking, okay, so I'm going to get past this bloke once I scanned in, and he stopped me, and I'm going, I'm waiting to hear it. No socks,
Yeah.
you can't come in, which I had the socks
Yep.
in my jacket. I was
Yep.
going to throw it in his face.
Yeah.
He goes, mate, you haven't got a tie on.
Oh!
What a
You
disaster.
You forgot that bit.
Well, yeah.
Wait,
again,
didn't you have a tie?
No, I was just going what Megan put me out, which is this summery suit thing, which was
Oh, well,
open
you
neck and all
definitely need a
this.
tie. I was worried about the wrong end of your body. I thought you knew you
yeah, you
needed a
definitely need a
tie.
tie.
At Ascot,
We
you can
didn't
get
think-
away with not wearing
We
a tie.
didn't think we'd have to tell you that.
Oh my God. So then he goes, oh, you've got to go down, walk down here, get outside, blah, 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 and sends me on this goose chase to this merchandise store. When I get to this merchandise
Oh,
store,
God, that could
the
be.
line
They
is
were
like
asking anything too, weren't
miles,
they?
yes.
How much
To
did you
buy
pay for a
tie.
tie?
No, when I get to the front, Nat finally me goes, oh, why don't you, where are you? Aren't you coming yet? I'm like, I'm into the line, mate, because
You didn't put out a tie for me.
And anyway, I get to the front and they said, oh, God, it's been so busy this morning. We don't have any ties left, which were $100 a pop, by the way.
$100, and they weren't good ones either, were
Well, I
they?
don't even know what they look like.
So
because
he
there was
never
none
got
there.
one?
The navy blue one it was supposed to be. That was. So
then what happened?
So then she sends me to the race day shop or whatever that is. It's not even a shop. It's where people go in there and register their horses when they
Yes.
come in, and also that they're owners, and then they get passes.
Yeah, right.
So I go to the front.
Did you have to go to the lost property box?
Almost, yeah, I guess so, because this lady said, I asked if you got a tie, I don't have one, the members, they've run out of things. She goes, I'll see if I can find one at the back. And she found one, yeah.
How many people died in this tie?
I don't know, but she found one, and then she said, oh, can I get a $20 deposit off you? And I said,
Yes.
yeah, no worries. Do you take a card? And she goes, no, just cash. And I went, oh, well, I've got nothing. So then she said, oh, I'll write your name down. Can you be here after the last race?
Yep.
And I thought to myself when I walked out the door, that's not happening.
So you took the tie and didn't...
No, towards the end of the thing, the day, because the weather was so crap, Megan was so keen to get out of there. She's going, we're going. I said, we're not going anywhere, mate. This is the Melbourne Cup. I'm staying here forever. And then she goes, no, we're going. This is horrendous. I can't deal with it anymore. So I actually did take the tie back directly after the last race.
To that lovely
to the heroes
lady.
of applause.
Yeah, well, because the only other thing you could have done is to, and it looks very predatory, but to find someone that's passed out and just slowly undo
Relieve
their
them.
tie without them realising.
I mean, what you could have done is tie a sock around your neck. So that's fashion.
like
Call
a
it fashion.
cravat. But I mean, that was at the end of it, because I was telling Nathan this morning, because I was flying with Jetstar over there. Their flight got bumped until this morning.
So what time would you arrive?
I would
if
arrive
you're-
at 7:10 this morning.
Yeah, so I said to Shaun, well, I mean,
Just take the day off like you did
why
yesterday.
wouldn't you just take the day off?
You've got
And
some
then-
leave up your sleeve.
But you didn't, and you're here, so what did you do?
Well, I had to buy a Virgin flight that I thought would be the good timing, which was supposed to be like about 8:30 last night.
yes.
So
Leaving there or arriving here? Arriving here.
Leaving there, so arriving here at 9:40
Like
or
yeah,
something
yeah.
along those lines. So anyway, that cost me $743. And whilst I was sitting there, I've gone, I'm so far in this, I'm going to have to get one of those seats with more room. So
Yeah, okay, so you brought leg room as well.
So $800.
And then you had to buy food because there's no meal service. You've got to purchase it.
But when I get to the airport straight away, then they tell me, this flight's running about an hour and a half late. So
what time did you get here?
I landed about, I think it was about 10 past 11.
Yeah, right. And then you got home. So you got home at about midnight.
Yeah, no, it wasn't as easy as that because I never put my bags on the plane. I always just carry small things. Yep. And then it was the only time ever in 5 years that I decided I'll check it in. And so it takes longer because at night there's a skeleton staff, at 11 o'clock at night. So that took ages. So I waited. That was probably 25 minutes of my time. And then I walk out because I forgot, because flying jet staff, parked my car at Terminal 2 or 3, whatever number it is.
Yes.
So I'm over the other side.
You're at 3 and you've come out at Terminal 1.
And so those buses only come every 25 to 30 minutes.
And you just missed
the first one.
So you just sat there.
Just sitting there in this one.
Short.
And you love waiting. You really love waiting at the best of times.
The taxis come behind that part near Virgin. So I went up to the guy. I said, any danger, you can... he goes, mate, we've been waiting you wait all this time. I'm not...
He's not going to do it for that.
I said, fair call, just wait for the bus.
I pointed out to Shaun this morning, most people go to work to make money. Shaun spent $800 to
be here.
To get to work today. $800. Today's show cost you $800.
And you're on 3.5 hours sleep?
Yeah, I didn't get to sleep till well after 1 now. Yeah, that's for sure.
3 hours sleep.
Yeah, it was a complete
Why are you crying?
disaster. Complete disaster all around.
Luckily, you made up for it with all those winnings.
Oh, that's it. Money for jam.
It's just silence.
Get the jump on summer and check out whatif.com for amazing getaways.
Aussies just know how to summer. It's in our DNA.
Bring it on. Book your accommodation, flights, car hire and more, all on the What If app.
What if? It's Aussie for travel.
Shaun, just quickly, tell everyone how much dinner was costing.
Hundreds and hundreds of dollars every night. Yeah, it was super expensive being over in Melbourne.
So you were there with another couple?
Yeah.
And so, okay.
And it was just expensive, man. All those restaurants in Melbourne.
Well, there's some really fine eateries.
Talk about surcharges.
So on Melbourne Cup night, we just went into a Japanese place.
Oh, it's
and
a public
the surcharge
holiday.
ended up being $67.
Yeah, it's probably a holiday.
And
I'm like,
I don't care.
You didn't do anything.
Exactly.
No,
I had one beer. I had one
paying
beer.
more for.
I don't care. For $67, you want them to lay down, you eat the food off them like a geisha.
You're not wrong. Jeez, man.
Anyway, I don't think geishas do that.
I'm going to be doing Ross's shift this afternoon. So
yeah, Sean's got to pull it. If you need any landscaping or anything done, bit of manual labour, he's up for it. Yeah. $20 an hour. He'll take it.
God, absolutely.
Okay, 30. All right, 30.
We're just talking about eating at very fancy places, as Shaun did over in Melbourne. I just said, is it a main situation where you get your own main, or is it sherry? And Shaun?
It was sherry. A lot of sherry.
I'm sorry. And then when it's sherry, and then you have to sherry the bill. And
you
usually
want massive meals.
Oh, mate, not just that. Like
to myself.
Did I get enough?
Yeah.
And there's always politeness, and there's always someone that's greedy.
Well, throw in, Nathan, when you go out with people who are, someone says, I'm pescatarian. So then you can't even eat what you want to eat. You have to cater to them and get like, I don't eat a lot of seafood. I'll have the fish, but I don't want it all to be seafood.
I do not frequent share restaurants. I do not frequent
That's limiting your options.
I want to know what I'm eating. I want to stake my claim. I don't want to have to ask permission to have a little bit of that.
One thing
or like tiptoe around getting the last one. Yeah. No, mine is mine.
In. I agree.
Prison rules.
Nathan Morris, table for one, thanks.
one place that gets you was a Japanese place, and you know how the chef comes in and starts flinging his knives.
Oh yeah, like a teppanyaki joint. Yeah.
But the one thing I know this was going to cost money, but one thing that was getting me, I watched he puts the food on the hot plate, and then they carve it up. So it's only a little bit of chicken, for example, a tiny bit of chicken, but they carve it up into all these things and they dish it up, and it makes it look like there's a heap more. There's
mate,
not.
that's $3.50 worth of
Shaun. It's lies. And can I just go back to the share plate stuff quickly?
Yeah.
The thing about share plates is, and I don't know what they do in the kitchen, I reckon it's a little thing that they play with your mind. They look at how many people are on your table, and they always bring out something that either has one less or one more. And it's like it's always not the number of people. So then it's like, who's going to miss out or who's going to get the extra one?
In what world? How many times does a group of 5 walk in? Really? How many times?
It's either out there going, okay, we've got 6 people, but 7 or 5. 7 or 5.
Anyway, we're a little bit outraged today. This is us in the right studio.
The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
You're at Taronga Zoo and you're having a wonderful time. You've decided to do the roar and snore, which is you're sleeping in a tent.
Good idea.
The family's
What an
been
amazing
excited.
experience, by the way.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
you're
everyone
walking
will be
around
up.
the zoo, you're soaking in the animal sounds throughout the night, and then at 6:40 a.m., someone rips open your tent and says, grab your stuff and run.
No,
for
they
your
said
life."
leave your stuff and run, actually. Yeah, you couldn't even take your belongings.
And the family all wake up and start running to a door to barricade themselves into safety because there are lions on the loose.
Yep. Five
You
of
know
them.
what? It's a money can't buy experience.
That's right.
That's true.
There's a story for a lifetime.
I
for
know,
sure.
isn't it just?
But that, straight away when you see that, you go, "Oh my God, they're going to rip people to shreds." But they weren't. There was a few cubs getting around there.
Yeah, well,
Almost
the trouble was that when they were telling that, so they didn't actually know
Where they
specifically
were.
where they were,
Yeah,
and so
yeah,
they had to err on the side of caution.
Oh, I get it.
In the long run, it panned out that they weren't in any immediate
Yeah.
danger.
No.
But
yeah.
yes,
Yeah. So Magnus was there with his partner and his two children, Lucas, who's 8, and Oliver, who is 6, who will never sleep again.
that's true. Certainly not in a tent.
Yeah. And, Magnus had a great time.
We heard them this morning actually at 4 o'clock. They were roaring. They woke us up. They came running down the tent area saying that there's a code 1. Get out of your tent, leave your belongings behind, run, come with us. Everyone thought it was a drill first, but then it became obvious that it was actually real.
Code 1.
I love how everybody's like, it's a drill. It's like, no, they're not going to do a drill.
No,
at that hour
seriously,
of the morning.
there's lines loose. And then do you run when do you look back while you run? Do you not want to know?
No, you run for your life because
I'm
even
looking.
if they're there, you can't outrun them.
Oh, yeah.
These are lions. Like,
Well,
so,
do you stay still then?
No, you
'Cause
run. You get out of the
become
situation.
a target. They go, "Oh, yeah."
All right. So you're
Yeah,
running,
yeah,
right? You've
yeah.
lost the group. You're
Yeah.
running. You've lost the group.
Yeah.
And then the only port of call, the only bit of safety is running into the crocodile exposure.
I think I'd take a lion. Like, crocodile's going to drown you.
What
as
are you
well.
gonna
I'll
do?
take the lion over
What
the
are you gonna
crocodile.
I
do?
think I'm running in and backing myself to get across the pool.
Because then
very
someone
quickly.
yells out, "Run
No?
for the water." Lions are afraid of the water. Someone says
Yes,
that.
yes.
And you
Someone
go,
says
okay.
that.
And then you go, okay. And then there's a crocodile in the water. The huge one. Huge. What do you do? Do you take the risk of running around on land trying to look for somewhere else, or do you just
Do you fancy your chances on the land or in the water?
I'm a land creature.
Yeah,
myself.
same.
Oh, I don't know. That is a tough question.
Yeah.
That is
You know
a
what
tough
you do?
question. I
You know
can't
what you
see
do?
myself getting away from the lions and then running straight into
I guess.
the crocodile.
I guess at this point you figure which one's going to finish you off fastest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would go, okay, now I'm going to look for something else, and I'd run into the giraffe exclosure, and I'd run up its neck.
Yes.
And I'd just hold on to its head.
And they're vegetarian, so it's
Go,
fine.
don't put your neck down. Don't put your head down. Don't put your head down. To the giraffe. That's what I do.
Well, at least you've got a plan.
Yeah. It's bad timing for not only that family, but also other people that were visiting the park.
Of all the days we picked to come to Rongas, it's the one that the lions get out. Isn't that great?
Isn't
Why
that
not? There's a
great?
story for you to tell for year on year on year.
Yeah,
all the
it's a
days.
way more dramatic zoo experience than everybody else gets to have.
Yep.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun.
Of all the days to go to Taronga Zoo, yesterday there were people there on the day that 5 lions escaped. Imagine. That's
Yeah.
a story to tell
Yeah.
forevermore.
I know. Jane's in Riverton. Hi, Jane.
Hi, how you going?
Yeah,
Good,
great.
Jane.
We're talking about what happened on the day you were somewhere.
Where
So
were you?
we went to Rome,
Yeah.
Yep.
and we had plans to visit the Vatican. And on the day we were visiting, they had the largest synod in 700 years, which is like a meeting of all the high-ranking officials from the church from around the whole world. So
Yes.
they closed the Vatican, so we couldn't go.
Of all the days,
Sit down.
of all the days, the day you choose, they close it down because
Yeah.
there's too many religious people there.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I think we were in Rome for 3 days, so
Yeah,
missed out.
it was your one
So then you
opportunity.
just have to do what the Romans do in Rome.
Yeah.
It's boring.
Yeah.
Sucks. Was the Vatican interesting at all? Or?
Yes, because I've done the tour.
Yeah.
So it's Sistine Chapel, you get to see,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
Michelangelo
amazing,
did. It's
yeah.
amazing,
Yeah.
and the cathedral is mind blowing. But there's a lot of long corridors with just art that you've got to get through first to
right.
to get to the
Yeah,
good bit. So
yeah.
all the good bit, you have to do the tour to see the
Yeah,
Sistine Chapel,
yeah.
and that's all the good stuff's at the end.
I just feel like the Vatican, just in general, would smell like an old man's house.
Yeah, no, it doesn't smell like
Pristine.
an
It's
oven.
just so
Yeah.
pristine. You know when you go to museums where we all do it around the world for no other reason?
Yes.
I mean, I don't go to anyone. Do you actually enjoy that? I mean, I'm looking at you because you're in art. There's so much stuff. All this old.
I wanted to go to the Louvre when I was in Paris.
Yeah.
And my dad said, no, we're not doing it. The line's too long.
Yeah.
So we didn't.
Did you go to the Musée d'Orsay? Because that's a shorter line and a smaller and lovely, beautiful art.
No, if there's at least one person in front of Dad, that's a line, and he won't partake in it. But museum-wise, when we were in Hong Kong, for some reason, we had just a wonderful time at the Space Museum. Yes. And not in a million years would we ever go to a museum. We're looking at all the exhibits. We bought Spaceman ice cream, astronaut ice cream.
Yeah, just living your best life.
Are you serious? Get a grip.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're listening to Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
There are absolute scenes at Taronga Zoo yesterday when 5 lions got out, which is great, except there were people having a roar and snore experience in tents, camping in the zoo grounds, essentially.
And look, really happy to have survived.
Yes.
They're grateful, but I'm also, it's like 6:40 in the morning.
Come on.
Yeah.
Like I didn't get the snore part,
Leave
got the raw part.
Yeah, leave all your possessions and run for your life.
So we're talking about the day you were doing something, what went down. Gary's in Mindarie. Hey, Gary.
Hi, how you going?
Yeah, wonderful, Gary. Gaz, what happened?
Yeah, basically we was at the Bangalore Tigers in Thailand, and basically how it works was the guides, they basically place you next to a tiger so you don't inflame them. So anyway, I'm next to a tiger and I'm sort of giving them a bit of a pat, and one of the other tigers had broken off the chain and went whizzing past me. Next minute, you got about 12 guides running there, squirting water at the tiger. The head monk came out. He apparently does his black magic. There was people running around everywhere, running out of the enclosures, screaming and yelling. So what started off as just, a nice sort of day was just total...
Just trying to get a pic for your Tinder profile.
What was the tiger trying to...
the tiger that got off was protecting the female that had just had cubs the day before.
Yeah, right.
Gary, what did you do when this passed you? Did you stand still? Did you bolt for your life?
Well, to be honest with you, I was petrified.
Yeah.
I think I basically froze.
Yes. That's not, in the circumstances, that's not a bad strategy.
Yeah, you were telling me that someone sprayed water in the lion's face. Was that to try and control
well, apparently that's what they did in the past if something ever happened.
Yeah,
so
cats hate water.
Yeah, they don't like it, so they were squirting water, but then the head monk apparently does black magic on them or something like that.
Right.
He came over and eventually he subdued it, but
like Crocodile Dundee in the buffalo.
Don't you just really wish at that moment a giant ball of yarn just came rolling out of the woods?
Yeah.
Goes,
or a mouse runs past.
A giant mouse.
Just to distract it.
Tiger.
Thanks, Gary. Janelle is in Beaver Lake. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Great, Janelle.
We're talking about what went down on a day that you were doing something.
I was living in the UK at the time, and I was so excited because I was going to go to Aintree to see the steeplechase at the Grand National.
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
Weeks organising, buying beautiful outfits, spent heaps of money, and, when you live over there, you don't really earn very much. Get on the train early in the morning, here we go. The race nearly starts. All these protesters ran onto the field, running all over, and stopped all the horses. It was a non-event.
Yeah, so the whole thing was a fizzer.
And that was it. They just canned it.
Yeah, there is a lot of...
An absolute fizzog. And I've been so excited.
Yes.
Who you're going to meet, really well-to-do, exciting, nothing.
Can I just say, I know that people are protesting for a reason, but don't ruin my day with your bloody issues.
To be fair, though, when you go to the races, half the time you don't even see the horses.
No,
am I right?
Yeah, but I'm talking in general. You know those people that link themselves together on a road and you've got to get to maybe a new job.
Yeah.
Or, you want to go and see a bit of art and you can't because there's soup on it.
Or someone's glued their forehead to it.
Or there's some bloody idiot glued somewhere. Yeah.
Thanks, Janelle. Christine, hello.
Good morning. How are you?
Great, Christine. Of all the days, what's happened?
Listen, there are people all across Australia absolutely losing their minds today. There's a very special coin release that I set an alarm for at 4:30 this morning to get in a queue on the Royal Australian Mint website, etc., etc. The website's gone down.
Yeah.
No one can buy their coin.
Can I tell you something right now?
I can't believe you brought this up.
This morning, Christine, my alarm went off at 4:30 a.m.
But that's normal.
To get in a queue?
To get in the queue for the coin.
Go out.
And it enraged me because he kept on saying, it'll be, it'll start in an hour, and then suddenly went to 8:30, and then went to 9.
So what is this, a Jetstar flight?
It was insane because I am not a coin collector, but I read an article that there is only 60,000 releases of these coins, and then they said that they're predicting that you could sell these coins for up to $400 each.
Almost straight up.
And it only costs $15 to buy one.
You
Christine.
should see the pictures of social media of people lining up around the mint in Canberra for these coins.
Okay, to go
It
in.
is off the charts.
Really?
Yes, you can go in and get them.
60,000 people there, so there's no point for them.
Christine, are you a coin? Are you a coin
person?
collector?
In the morning.
Christine, are you into this? Because I asked that.
$2 coins for my child. Like, he likes the coloured coins. So...
Yeah, but
that's the only
are you
reason I
like a
love it.
serious coin collector, or you just, this is just...
No, just for fun, like, just a casual thing. So, but for me to set a 4:30 alarm, like, that's not happening.
That's full on.
Just for fun. Wait, then talk to me about just the casual thing. What are you talking
Just
about?
look, I do have... look, it's casual, but, I do have a few. There's a lot of coloured
I
coins
know what
in
you
my
are.
house.
You're the girl who says, no, it's casual with that guy, and you're actually in a full-blown
He's not my
relationship.
boyfriend.
What are these? So there's psychos called noodlers that go and get, like, thousands of dollars worth of coins from the bank. And I don't know why they call it noodling.
Noodlers.
Numismatic.
So, Christine,
Noodlers.
today I was going to get one, and Harry wanted one, and Ruby wanted one.
You're not getting one.
I know, but I know, and I was going to get Nat and
Nathan, you'll
Shaun
get one.
But is there no
You're not getting one.
limit? So there's no limit. There was no limit on how many you could have bought if you could have purchased them?
No, you could buy 3.
Three.
Okay.
But we're
so
talking
Harry's
like
out, Ruby.
3.5 hours later, and you still can't get on the website.
Hey, mate, I've been with you all morning. I'm still on there right now.
God.
I'm still on there right now.
so
Look,
frustrated.
just does nothing.
You are.
Oh,
Harry
Harry just got through. No, I'm only joking.
Don't even. Nat, don't even.
Christine, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, inflame the situation. I'm sorry.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun in podcast form.
I don't want to alarm you, but there is 52 days until Christmas.
It's amazing. So the
And
shops are filling up.
There's one thing we know, there ain't no Christmas like a Donna Hay Christmas. There's a new show streaming on Disney+. Donna Hay walks us through the Christmas season.
Good
Hello,
morning, Donna. It's been so long.
I know.
What's going on?
I've been a bit busy, sorry.
That's all right. Building an empire doesn't build itself,
Yeah, that's
does
right.
it? I mean, there's a reason why all home opens have a Donna Hay book displayed in the kitchen.
So true.
Yeah, you want to sell that home at a good price, you get out those fancy books.
I tell you
Exactly,
what,
that's the answer.
I have to tell you, I'd say 90% of kitchens with home opens have Donna
Yeah,
Hay there
of
to
course
show
they
that,
do.
hey, we live a bit of a fancier lifestyle in this abode.
And you could too. Hey, Donna, I'd like to take offence on your behalf, if I may.
Oh, goodness, okay. You
Well,
may.
last night you
Go
were on the
ahead.
project and Carrie Bickmore disrespected your trifle, and I'll not have it.
Thank you, Nat. You won't have it? Yeah, I just don't think she could look past that it wasn't lemon meringue. It was more. I bring more to the table.
Yeah, well,
always.
nobody wants an ordinary, boring old trifle
kidding?
that your nana made 50 years ago.
I
mean, they're
love
fine, but
trifle.
we know the recipe. Yours was an innovation, wasn't it?
Thank you, Natalie. It was. It was indeed. I thought I was doing something really special. I
Yes.
whipped it up and what did I... Anyway.
Can I
Wasted on
tell
those
you,
heathens.
every
I can't.
Christmas now I've made a trifle, and Donna, you've seen my trifle. It was glorious and looked beautiful, and I...
Sorry, what was that word?
It was definitely a trifle.
No, it did. No, I'm self-assessing it. I am all about my trifle, and I could literally eat that entire thing myself every day.
You've mentioned that before, Nathan, and I'm on the opposite end. I think trifle is just for people in nursing homes that have got no teeth. And I
Donna,
just don't
Donna,
see that I would
Donna,
ever have it.
attack.
No, Donna, hit him.
No, look at some of them are. The old aeroplane jelly
Yes.
thing
Yes.
going on. I think you can. If Auntie Peg wants to make that, that's great. Like that could be her thing.
That's my trifle. I put jelly in mine because it's the only time I eat jelly.
Uncle Nathan.
Are you serious?
No, you make you bring those cups in with little frogs in sometimes.
You're
for
being
work.
you're being very judgy with jelly right now, lady.
I'm not. I'm just agreeing with Nat that I like to switch things up a little
And that
bit.
it's
and
time
do
to
a
innovate.
new version. Yeah.
Yes. And Donna, you had me when instead of putting what's the booze you normally put in, sherry or something?
Yeah.
You used gin, and I was all about that.
I don't put booze in mine.
Syrup,
I use
throw it over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use orange juice in mine to just like really strong orange juice. I don't need to
Really
drink. I don't
strong
need to
orange.
drink to be happy. You too. You too.
Well, that's where you're going.
Well,
Right?
no, we're drinking because we're
Donna,
happy.
Donna, bloody on the end of a private jetty, just pounding spirits.
To be honest, Donna, you seem to put gin in a lot of the recipes in that Christmas special. I know.
And it's one of your favourite spirits, Natalie.
I know.
And so this Christmas special is just for you.
I know, and when you weren't putting gin in, you were putting juniper berries, which is basically the same thing. I know, I loved it. It was a real thing.
Gin on gin. Donna, so your Christmas, I know we've spoken about this probably before, but are you excited for Christmas Day anymore, or is it just a lot of organising and a lot of presents and a lot
And
of driving
expectation.
around, dropping people off and picking them up?
No, I think I love Christmas. I love it still. It's good. It's good. Everyone comes together. There's excitement in the air. There's lots of things to make.
I
It's
reckon the decorations at your house would be next level. Talk to me about your tree. Do you have one of those really super expensive ones that folds down into nothing, or do you go out into
hack down a pine tree?
field and hack down like a dead branch and
I have
popcorn around
a
it or
tree
some crap?
out of branches.
Yeah,
Yes.
thought so.
And my sons whinge every year and they say, not the dead branch tree again.
I knew you'd have a dead branch tree.
Yeah, not the dead
It looks like you're having Christmas at Chernobyl.
Is it made of sun-bleached driftwood that you collected from your private beach?
It's made from dried poplar branches. Yes.
Yeah, that's when she fell off. That's when she fell off the jetty after pounding gin. And she goes, "Oh, what's this
Well, at
stick
least we
in my
found
hair?
some sticks."
Oh, I'll put some tinsel on
So,
that."
Donna, I've watched the first 3 episodes of your show, Donna Hay Christmas, that's on Disney Plus, and the house that's not your house you're in, is it? Because it's bloody spectacular, right on the cliff.
No,
there.
that's not my house.
Yeah, I
That
tell
is
you
not
what,
my house.
it
We
is.
filmed
Yeah.
in a house that was not falling down like mine.
Are you kidding me? Your house is beautiful. So what?
My house is currently falling down. There
Why?
are buckets everywhere.
Why?
Are you still having problems with your roof?
And the roof?
I've been too busy. I haven't renovated still. We've been talking about this for years.
I would say 5 years we've been
I've
talking
put
about
out
your
more
roof.
buckets. That's all I've done.
Donna, the whole New South Wales, Sydney being
Yeah, you've had a bit of
the whole
rain.
time through, so that would have been a disaster.
Yeah, I have buckets everywhere. I went to boil pasta the other night and I was wondering where the pots were. You know where they were?
Where?
On the floor collecting rainwater.
Were they
I
really?
don't talk about it. It's not joyous Christmas. I went and shot somewhere else where it was the true sunny Australian Christmas.
Oh, great.
Well, it seems like you haven't fixed your roof because I do know that you like things to be aesthetically pleasing.
Yes.
Are the buckets within a colour range?
Yeah, Donna Hay
Out-
blue.
out of blue.
It's a
Yeah.
birthday pot.
What are
It's
they?
like an installation.
Pale blue
You
liqueur.
walk into some modern installation.
Yeah, I was going to say. Or within the Yeezy palette or something.
Donna, are you getting away around Christmas time or afterwards? I think you went to an island one year that we spoke to you. Was that near the Maldives or something?
God, you three have just got too much of a good memory. I don't like
Oh,
this.
we've known each other
Yes,
for a
I
long
did.
time.
No, I'm just going down the coast with my family. My sister's got a beach shack. We're just going to be cash.
Oh,
that's
awesome.
lovely.
Beach shack. Yeah.
Do you, when you go away with your sister and family and stuff, do they expect you to do all the cooking, or are you able to put your feet up?
Oh, we kind of share. We share, but I think there is a little bit of pressure that I'm going to.
Is your sister as good a cook as you? No.
Yeah, she is. One of them's really good.
Really?
The other one just continually makes cocktails.
Okay, so everyone's got their skill set.
You got to stay in your lane.
Donna, you know when you get blind, right? From drinking on the jetty alone. What do you eat? What do you eat when you're drunk? Like when you come back into your house, like because usually we all go to a Macca's run or something like that. But like, what do you do? Because I'm guessing you're not.
That's the good thing about Christmas is leftovers. So you've always got like the lurking ham to make into a toasty. I think it's the season of the toasted sandwich. Don't you?
So Donna, you're blind, right? And you've got some ham in the fridge, right? So what do you do? Like
going to bed usually.
You get the leg of ham out and you gnaw it.
Are you like?
Start taking selfies.
Are you careful enough to be able to put your little special seasonings on it and sauces, or is Donna Hay when she's blind after pounding the gin on the jetty? Is Donna Hay just like ramming meat in a sandwich and hoping for the best
with some cheese slices?
You've always got to make get pretty. It's jealous in me is always going to come first.
With a fleur-de-lis arrangement in sage leaves on the outside. Yeah.
Exactly. Probably monogrammed toasty, and I'd write your initials in sage leaves before I toast it for you. So that is the festive season. We're not going to go shortcutting.
No.
Can that please be your next season?
Yes.
So filmed every episode. It starts with
Donna.
you on the jetty, just pounded your bottle of gin, and then you stumble inside.
Fine, we'll get 4 pillars
I'm being in a pitch meeting for that. Listen, guys, I've got a new show for you. I'm going to start every episode slightly tipsy.
Well, Drunk History got up, so
Drunk Donna.
possible.
Drunk Donna.
Yeah.
Drunk Donna. I love it. Oh my God, we can make you millions.
When you guys are off air later, just join the PR and marketing.
Look, we need to get you a new roof somehow, Donna.
I love it so much. Well, you know what? We're so proud of you.
Yes.
We'll watch anything.
You can do no wrong.
Disney.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. If you're in Sydney ever, and if you're going past Donna's house on a boat, just make sure she's okay on the jetty.
Yeah, and also take her some roof tiles or something. Donna, you've also got a book out that we haven't received, so that's weird.
So
but
strange.
Fast Five.
Looking forward to it.
No, yours are on their way.
Oh,
we
okay.
had a hiccup from the warehouse.
Okay. The borders are open, mate. That's flying anymore.
You know what? You guys always say to me, we want special gifts. Yours are coming with a special gift.
Oh,
okay, yeah.
And you will be excited when you get it. It's
Really?
Is it a leg of ham?
I was waiting for the engraving to come back on your special
Oh, of course.
gift. Very fancy.
If you
Don't
You
make
won't
promises.
be poo-pooing me then.
Okay.
All right, looking forward to that one.
All right, then.
God, I hope it's
Come on.
Oh, you got the brownie mix in there because that's delicious.
Donna had
I
Christmas.
know. I always put the brownie mix in there for you.
Yeah. It's now streaming on Disney Plus. Check it out. 4 gorgeous-looking episodes.
By the
that
way,
take through each course.
Disney Plus. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's awesome, Donna.
Yeah.
I know. Officially a Disney princess.
Mate, are you kidding me? That's where all the Marvel stuff is.
Yeah.
Look at you, mate. Bloody Avenger. Love it.
We love you, Donna. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
See you, mate.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
So if you read the West Australian today and look at the back page in particular, you'll see that the Wildcats are under pressure, as they have been, because they've lost 4 in a row. But people are pointing the finger at Craig Hutchinson, which we talked about on Tuesday.
Hutchie curse. Yeah, that's right. It has all gone downhill definitely since he bought them.
Oh, no doubt about it. But, what does the owner do? He selects some of the people that are in charge.
He hires the coaches.
And he hires the coach. So it's very interesting to see... Yeah, the last 2 coaches haven't worked out. ScoMo, who was the one who had to leave for family reasons. I'm not sure how... Look, under him, they went really well until the last bit.
Yeah. And then they lost like 8 out of 9 at home.
8 out of 9.
Unheard
was
of.
when Jack was alive and, in charge.
Yes.
And at the top. You never heard a bad word out of any of that end of the camp.
They were a very tight organisation, yeah.
Since then, there's rumours.
And how often is Hutchie even here?
Around.
He was here for the first. He was here for the game that Wildcats played against Melbourne United. Might have been the first home game of the season, and he was here going for the Wildcats against Melbourne United, and they went down again as a bit of a buzzer beater. Yeah. So, I guess you'd come. But
it seems like he's a bit of a, because he doesn't live here. He's not here all the time. Like a hands-off kind of owner.
Oh, that's great. So he can't hear what we're saying.
He's got his own radio station.
Right, let's open the shoulders. But clearly, after the Wildcats started with a couple of good wins, and the way that they were playing up in Darwin, it looked like they had the right combination. So John Riley, who's the coach, he's got to make sure he can get this team gelling. Yeah. They're not scoring enough. But number one, a Wildcats team in our history, in the WA history, has always been a really strong defensive unit.
Yeah, that's right.
And they're not. They're leaking points left, right, and centre.
When you look at, when Damien Martin ruled the Roost for so long, he was the best defensive player. The award's now named after him. He was that good.
Yes.
So, it was a pretty high standard. And, they're definitely struggling now.
Well, our Matt Nordo, he's an unbelievable defender.
He is.
So,
but he's not a one-man band.
No, but he needs to... I feel like he's not on the court as long as what he possibly could be.
Well, his calves are too big, so it takes up too much room.
Could be, yeah.
It's problematic.
Brady Mannix is a guy who got over as a tall defender/attacker, and he should be shooting well because his history in the university game is that he hit some long 3-pointers and he can really get on a roll.
We're yet to see that.
We're not seeing that at the moment, so maybe.
Great beard.
Great beard.
But we probably need a bit more
They
than that.
need to win. This game tonight against the Jack Jumpers, who
Yes.
gave them a hiding only a couple of weeks ago, Nathan.
That's right, in Tassie.
This would be, like, devastating. Wildcats are 7th on the ladder.
Well, with such a rich history of success for the Wildcats, and Jack Jumpers been born when? Last year? The year before?
Yeah, probably 2 years. Yeah.
2 years ago?
Yep.
I mean, they made the grand final last year, though.
I know.
Yeah.
It's amazing what they've been able to do.
Yeah.
So our team can do this. Like, they can. You know, Todd Blanchfield needs to have a game, and obviously he's shooting hot and cold all the time, but he can score.
Yeah.
Webster we got in, he can score. Mannix, who should be able to score. Bryce is scoring all the time, but now the team,
Shaun, don't forget about Shaun.
Shaun, the big fella, get him in there. Find plays that'll help the guys play at their best for longer. And
so whose job is that?
That's
where do we find them?
That's the coach.
Yeah,
he's got to have the team playing and understanding each other's strengths so that they can.
At the end of the day,
get it going.
We're going to point the finger at one person. Who is it?
John Riley.
John, you're on the Bunsen burner, mate.
Welcome to Perth, John.
Does he live in Perth?
Well,
yes.
Now
John, I think they're being really unfair.
He's not.
Just in case you run into him at Coles Mainland.
John, mate.
He's relatively new.
All the new woolies.
buddy. I'm the nice one. Oh, I'm sorry about Shaun.
Yeah.
Sorry, John. I think you're doing the
Nathan couldn't pick you out of a lineup.
Come on.
So you're safe.
I'll be watching tonight. Go the Wildcats. I hope you
we
get
want
over
you to
the
win.
line.
We're
Let's
right
see some
behind you.
continuity and let's get going.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
To start with cricket, last night Virat Kohli put in another masterclass for India. Just smacked them all around the park. You know what? I thought the T20 World Cup would be super boring, and I know, Nathan, you would agree with that.
No, Shaun, no, come on.
But the best part about it has been India and teams like Pakistan, all those subcontinent nations, and you wonder, it's almost surprising the amount of Australians we have here that have
they've been pulling
from
massive
India
crowds.
and Pakistan.
Yeah.
And they're filling up the stadiums. They're providing energy, so it's been great to see. All around.
They've really embraced it. It's been brilliant.
So Australia make a call on today whether Aaron Finch and Tim David will play. Both are kind of injured at the moment. Aaron Finch definitely won't play, in my opinion. They play.
In your opinion, he shouldn't have been playing in the whole tournament.
100%. They play Afghanistan, so should win that game. But because England had a good win over New Zealand, kind of puts them on the back foot. So Australia could be knocked out.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Well done to the Netherlands. Our mate Cambo was in the other day.
Yeah.
They had a win, which is great.
That was their first win of the Super 12 comp. So good on you to Cambo. So that's great news for them. Moving over just for a second, and North Melbourne have finally got their coach to start, which is Alistair Clarkson. Now, he's been on leave for the last 6 weeks since the racial... how would I put it? Since he's been pointed out to be part of an investigation at the Hawthorn Football Club for racism, in a nutshell.
Yeah, essentially.
So he was back facing the cameras yesterday because his first day at work is going to be today after getting the all clear.
It's a decision that's been made by the club and myself. You know, at the minute they are just allegations, and we're going to defend ourselves pretty strongly in the investigation. And like anyone in this world, until they get allegations approved, you should be able to get on and live your life.
It's a lot to play out here.
It's messy.
It's interesting because it's not a legal procedure. It's like he doesn't have to go to court.
No.
It's not the police pressing charges. It's them investigating whether how these situations went down. And one of the women who's involved in the main allegation is saying, "I don't want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
I don't trust this process."
Yeah.
And you can understand where she's coming from. So we will never know the truth.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't trust the process, and he's saying, "Well, if there's no proper investigation, then how can you find?"
And look, when there is a proper investigation and their findings, people always stick in their camp whether the findings are there or not. But when there is no findings and you don't have any thing with an investigation, it's just doubt that will forever.
So how do you get an outcome?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. And it is 100% very difficult. And I think probably talking to the people involved in making those allegations about how they might want it to be investigated and resolved.
Yeah.
Because clearly the fact that she said, "I don't want any part of the way it's happening now," maybe asking her what
will you be comfortable?
Would she be satisfied with is a step forward. Like, I don't know. There needs to be some sort of mediation process, obviously.
Well, clearly, and I'm sure that will follow up in due time. She's got lawyers that are acting on behalf of her.
Yeah,
and the AFL have put together a panel that involves a lot of senior people which is independent. They don't have to do that, but they're doing that because they want to make sure that they're
how independent
rooting out
is independent
any issues.
is the question.
Well, mate, you can only go on the integrity of the people.
I know. But if you're questioning a system that's run by white men.
Yeah.
And it's white men that have wronged you.
Yeah.
Can you understand how that...
And you talk about
you might go, well, why would I trust those?
And when you talk about the integrity of the system, well, the integrity of the system is in question.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's easy. There is no easy solution to it.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd like to know what the solution is.
Yeah,
but, there's a lot of allegations here, so
Yeah.
they need to kind of be followed through. Otherwise, you're slinging mud at people.
Well, Alistair Clarkson
and on the other hand, people need to be held to account for their behaviour.
He said, I don't remember it happening that way. And I mean... You can't dispute that, but that's a memory. That's not actually necessarily how it went down. Do you know what I mean? So two different people will have a different opinion of a situation because their experience and how it impacted them is different. So they might both be right in that he might have been saying, we're doing this from a place of, trying to look after you where we have your welfare at heart. But she obviously didn't see it that way, and the player obviously didn't see it that way.
No, clearly,
Yeah.
and that's the point. 100%. Two people having a different understanding of the situation.
But the impact on the woman is far greater than the impact on Alistair Clarkson.
Yes. Well,
if what she says went down, then yeah. And
clearly it's had a massive impact on her life and going forward.
That's right.
So
that's right.
No, that's very tough. But I would say that Chris Fagan has been brought into this and something else. I'm not sure of how much he's played a part in that.
Yeah. Well,
with his reputation, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
And God, is it worth it anymore? Where do you go?
I know, but if you're wronged, do you bother bringing it up is the other thing. Yeah. Like if you sincerely think that you've got a beef, and, Heredia Lumumba is another one that he did speak out. And even then he was vilified and criticised for breaking the player's code and not being a club player. And it emerged that he was right about everything that he said.
Well,
but he really suffered along the way.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
think, why would I bother bringing up these allegations if the system and the media is so against the people that do?
And then what that happens as well from that is anyone else that has something happen to them looks at the big high-profile stories of this and then go, wait, how can I be bothered? It's exactly like Brittany Higgins
tricky.
and what she's going through as well.
That's right.
You can't.
It's hard. It's hard.
But there's got to be a process that plays out.
Yeah.
So if you're willing to say stuff to be able to get it out in the first place, there needs to be some kind of follow through because people need to be held accountable.
But clearly the process isn't the way it's being done now.
I don't know how you get a better idea because again, what do you go to the police and bring this issue and make it a civil suit? That would be
that you wouldn't go to the police.
Sorry. A civil suit is allegations, and then you have a civil suit about it. Well, that would be a way to play it out.
Yeah.
But if you're not happy to be involved in any kind of investigation, well.
Yeah, it's tricky. Well, she didn't say any kind of investigation. She said in that investigation. So, I don't know.
It plays out.
Yeah, exactly.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.